Gemini, these are just going to be your messages for April. I was instructed by Spirit to do you next. So, inner integration is coming in for you. Number four could be significant. The number 40 could be significant. This can have to do with your home, which is your four walls. It can involve a marriage or anything of those natures, but there is peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner wild with the taming and tempering effect life has on us. So basically, we're talking about stages of life from like maiden, mother, guide, and crone. That's what this card is about. And it's about remembering the joy of our youthfulness and our wild hearts, but taking those lessons that we learned from the mistakes that we made and integrating those into our life, into where we become wise sages. So I'm seeing all your trials, they are gold. Acceptance of any mistakes you've made in the past as a part of a learning cycle that you needed and you wanted to experience in your life. You chose that. Now, there are some things in our life that we do not choose, but that's not the point of this message on this card, okay? It is talking about the cycles of daughters, granddaughters, mothers, wisdom, ancestral wisdom is coming through for you. Um, do you have a misalignment and some sort of distorted desire that you're getting focused on? They're showing me here. They have me split the deck, and that's what I did. It says 17 is misalignment. Miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same direction. So, like, she's vulnerable, she's naked. But there's an acceptance here of recognizing where we've been misaligned, and that miracles will become normal once we face the fact that our paths are all paths are pointing in the same direction. Everybody has the same goal, the same focus. This is you, your higher self, your younger self, your 11-year-old self, talking to your older self, wherever you are in the timeline, Gemini, okay? Masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, but they don't, we're looking at integrating any misalignments, knowing that those were things that were necessary to get us moving forward. We have one more message here about distorted desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious need driving it. So there's this unconscious need for you to either run or chase towards things that you are desiring. Um, so we also have distorted perceptions right underneath that. And the only reason why I drove this card is because it had the same word distorted in it. And so I'm not saying by any means you're distorted. I'm just saying, like, as a Gemini, I can imagine you're the twins of the zodiac. You have very two different sides to yourself, but they call you the twins. You are the twins of the zodiac. So there are two of you in there. So I can imagine the conversations you must be having with yourself. But right now, they want you to integrate any misalignments or distorted perceptions or distorted desires. They want you to learn from those things and integrate them, okay? Don't get caught up on things. I'm hearing use the this might hurt deck for you. Okay, this might hurt. We have boundaries against a King of Wands, a Sagittarius potentially, Aries or Leo could be. Um, it could be also your passions are, oh, because there's some cheating going on or something like that with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Somebody needs to use protection. There could be infidelity in relationships here. Moving forward, Gemini, you're pulling up a sexual energy. Nine of Pentacles. This is a single person or someone who acts very single, even if they're not single. They act that way. They're independent. We have the Knight of Cups, a very romantic, funny person, charming, Mr. or Mrs. Romeo, or whichever you want to call yourself. And then we have the Five of Cups, where things just end up sad. You end up sad in the end after you have the fling or your passion just seems to be put out afterwards, or you feel guilty for cheating, or Five of Swords, wanting to win at all cost, which is like maybe a misalignment and a distorted perception, a distorted desire. When you have that Five of Swords, it's a little bit of, sorry, narcissism in there too, just saying it's a misalignment. So here we have an apology wanting to come into yourself. Somebody needs to apologize to themselves. It's so funny. I'm going to close your reading with this. There's a new series out called South of Hell, and it's about, hang on one second. Sorry about that. Anyway, so the series is called South of Hell, and it's about a brother and a sister. They're grown, and they were the only survivors out of a crazy religious cult. And during the time of being a child in that religious cult, the sister, she ended up getting possessed by a demon. And so she's never been able to get rid of her demons. And so her demon makes her do things that she doesn't necessarily want to do. And then she feels like full of shame and guilt afterwards. And so I'm kind of feeling that here with you guys. But the thing is the cool thing about the film is that even though she was not able to get rid of her demons, she used her demons to help other people get rid of their demons that were tormenting them. So there's something about using it and integrating your inner sides of you where you felt like you had a distorted perception or distorted desire, you probably did. And so it could be like just one of those situations. You're the twins, you masculine and yang, you're feminine. I mean, it's a lot of mind to understand, and you're a manifester, and you're the magician, and so you guys are able to manifest really fast. So here's your message, though: is integration of your inner demons and your angels. Becoming, embracing the light and the dark in yourself. If there's darkness, there's shadow. Use it to help others, because like I was just saying to myself the other day, I've wrestled with monsters before in my life. I can go into places and do spiritual warfare that other people would cringe at. I've just been around a lot of people who are from the streets. So I just know how people that can act, and then you never know. Even the most innocent people turn out to be something you never expected. So integrate that inner demon, that shadow, that side of you, but also balance it with the light to use it for good. All right, that's what I have for you, Gemini. Good luck.